Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Zanenoth, and this is my new series, You Died, Episode 1, The Furnace Golem. So, I'm going to show you the tips and tricks that helped me do my best against the Furnace Golem. And I just want to show you guys that I've also had my fair share of fire stomped into my ass, so you're not alone. The first tip that I think that I'll share with you guys is whenever you're going out to fight this guy, I know if you're just, as soon as you get into the gravesite plane, you can accidentally target these shadow guys, and they can hit you in the back, so I try to steer clear of them. The next thing is, he's going to kick rocks at you. This is usually the opener. You can, you can dodge them. You need to be aware that there could be a second volley coming up. Here's a good example of it. You can also use the environment around you to help like dodge and block some of these attacks if you're just trying to figure it out. That was an accident for me, not something I really intend on using. And then this dodge just kind of looks like I went right under the rocks. So for an opener, I like to go on the ground. I just think it's easier to deal with, and you can do it from far away as well. So here's a kind of a move that he'll do sometimes. If you get close to him, he drags his arms on the ground and you just have to roll through him. Now this is a clip of just a full opener I've got until he does his like fire leg jump stomp. He's doing where he drags his arm, and you're gonna do your best to just dodge out of it. He'll do it 4 times, and then he'll usually stop. And as you can see, he's going into his fire stomp. I don't recommend trying to perfect dodge that, because this is what usually happens. Even if you tank it, you've really got to time the potions. But let's start with this. Let's start with regular stomps. How do we deal with just his regular stomping? You jump. Jump right as he's coming onto the ground, and this is a forgiving window of opportunity here to pull this move off. Like, you can get so used to it that you get lazy with it and just time it wrong. I've had that happen before. This is also the time where you're gonna, do a lot of your comboing is whenever he's alternating back and forth between the stomps. I try to stay at the back. And a lot of times whenever you do that, you can find situations where you're going to jump up and you hit the foot and you don't move, but it still counts. See, there's an example there. So eventually we're going to get to the point where we knock him down. And so for the longest time, I would just attack the foot. I would go ham on it, and that's wrong, because here's the weak spot. It's over here. It's the face on the side of the brazier thing. I initially thought, hey, let's go ham on this thing, right? Wrong. Light attack. You just light attack it, and then you're good to go. That's all you gotta do. And so, now that we've got those parts figured out, we need to figure out how do we deal with his stomp, his big, flaming stomp. You can try and dodge it, and sometimes it will work. I found maybe 5 times in all. I think I've got every clip of me doing a perfect dodge in this video. Here's one. And what I've tried counting, like as soon as he jumps, I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you roll at the end of 5. Not on 5, not on 6. It's hard to explain, but you have to get distance from it. And a couple of these clips I'll slow down. This one will slow down just so you can see. The flame kind of comes out in front of you before you roll. It's like almost as you're doing it. But honestly, I found this almost impossible to do. This is what usually happens. And I tried jumping that one just to see what would happen. I tried everything, and the best thing to do is what people suggest online, is to use torrent. But I found that you could use torrent in 2 different ways. So the first way to use Torrent is he's lighting his legs on fire. You pull out Torrent, you go out, you double jump over the flame. Very nice looking. It feels good to do it, you know? It's not as cool as the perfect dodge, but you live. That's the point, right? So then I found this out accidentally, as I'm supposed to be getting on the horse now, right? Torrent has that brief immunity, and as soon as he hits the peak of his jump, you can summon Torrent, and you will have immunity to this stomp. You don't have to move. And it is replicable. You can do it over and over again. Here's a little clip of me doing it. I'm going to fight him for a little bit. He'll do it again, and I'll pull out Torrent again. But then the third time he actually gets me because he does it immediately after, and I wasn't expecting it. So this one I'm like, alright, Torrent, boom. We're good, right? I wasn't expecting this third one. He got me with that one. I should have done it already. I did as he was coming down. So it has its opportunity. You can miss it, but it is consistent. And so here is full fight of me versus Furnace Golem. I will say I record all of my videos with the Xbox game DVR because I'm playing on an Xbox and I don't have a capture card. But I had to take this video in 2 parts, so I can only record up to 4 minutes. So there's 4 minutes, and then there's a couple of seconds, and then there's 1:21. But something that's worth noting is that I have, down in the bottom corner, you can watch my runes, and it'll be like 24 something. But just keep an eye on that, and you'll see when that transition happens. It's only a couple seconds. And there's that Torrent again. I'm telling you, it's replicable. You can do it over and over again. And I know it's cheesy, and that's why I want to share it with you guys, because I just think it's cool. It looks cool. You don't have to go as far away. You don't have to perfect dodge. You don't have to ride like the wind. And it is something that could probably get patched. And if it does, then you guys seen earlier how you get on Torrent. You can just ride away and jump. You double jump over the explosion wave. And yeah, you just rinse and repeat. Now, something that's worth noting here is the stomp. I'm pretty sure he can actually stomp on you and kill you in one hit. So my trick is to alternate, like as soon as one picks up, I run to the other one and hit the other one. You see that Torrent immunity glitch is working just fine. So run to the other one, and just as he alternates, you want to go back and forth so that way you don't get squished like a bug. And as you can see, it's very easy to get caught up in it, and you know, like, you can miss. And so something I do want to talk about that you guys should be familiar with whenever it comes to taking potions in this fight, sometimes it's good to time it, because you'll find that you're gonna get stomped on if you try to double potion, which, you know, I've got 60 vigor, so I think it's probably, you know, the average health for most players. So I'm using Radigan's seal or something for one of my talismans. But this fight, so you can do this with any build. You just attack the legs and then hit the weak spot with flight attack. Use the Torrent immunity. And I know a lot of people will throw the fire pots at them. I'll only do that to the armored leg ones. I am considering making a build that uses ranged attacks, whether they be magic or, from like bow and arrow. But I'm not sure, just to see what I can figure out with those guys, because I love the Furnace Golem. And I'm not, that was the changeover right there. So as you can see, the runes are still the same. Got the same, it's just that Xbox game DVR, man. I've got to get a capture card, and I do apologize for that, guys. I'm confident that this video will help you if you're struggling with this fight, or if you're trying to do it without like the shadow fragments. I already got them on my previous playthrough, so I think those carry over when you do New Game Plus. But I do believe that Shadow of the Erdtree only has one scaling of New Game Plus. There's the second hit I took. So notice I went to take the potion and there's not enough time to take another one. You've got to be ready to jump. So you jump, you got to weave it in. This is the killing sequence right here. We're gonna go in here, we're gonna stab him in the face, and this is it, guys. So yeah, I hope this video helped you guys. I hope you learned some things you didn't know. And with that, I think we can all say together, Furnace Golem, you died. Thank you for watching.